What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to version 1 and welcome to episode 18 of Phat Rags, where we get your car on, we have a chat about it and we send it. In today's episode we have the ultimate Renault Clio 182 track car. This is Sean's 195 brake horsepower Renault Clio 182. Modifications since the last feature are as follows. It's now running the BMS shifter, roof lining and carpets have been removed, Yozza Sport full exhaust system, custom stiffer spring rates at 8 kg on the front and 9 kg on the rear, fibre cams and mapping from Engine Dynamics to take it to 195 naturally aspirated French horsepowers. If you want to know about all the other mods on the car, check out my previous video that I'll leave down for you guys in the description. With all that said, this is my first experience with a cammed Clio platform. So let's get out there, shall we? So before we get into today's video, as per usual, if you enjoy this content, make sure you leave it a like rating, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and ring the bell notification to find your way back for any future content. Now yes, we're back. It's been a little while now. It's just been a completely mental couple of months really, like that, without going into too much detail. It's been a mad couple of months. It's good to be back, and what a way to return back to what I love doing most with these videos, and that is driving other people's projects and passions and stuff, and getting out there and experiencing it on the road on a beautiful day as well. So some of you will already recognise this car from previous videos. This is Sean from Raw Details. This is his 182 Trackcar. I had it on before for a little video review that I did. It wasn't up to where, this is basically where he wanted it. It wasn't quite there at that time, but we did go round and we did the Brands Hatch Indy as well in this, which was a good day out. So I did a couple of videos and I'll leave all those down in the description for you guys to check out if you want to see this car where it's meant to be out on the track. So today I've been out of the game for a little bit and I've been a bit rusty as far as it comes to content. So I thought I'd get out and, like I say, get back to enjoying what I was doing when I was filming initially, driving people's cars, not thinking too deeply about it, just getting it in the driver's seat. You know, normally I take the other person out with me so I can get a chat about them, but Sean doesn't really like being on camera and that's fine. So he's given me the keys to the 182 for a little while to go out and have a little drive. So I'm not going to go massively over spec and everything too much because this car has been featured previously on the channel. But the most exciting thing I think today is that this is going to be my first experience with cammed 182 172 platform. Now I had a 172, it didn't have much done to it, just an intake and an exhaust. But this one, like I say, being a track car, there's minimal interior in it, bucket seats, all that stuff, fire extinguisher. So it feels serious in here and it's going to be nice. We've got a beautiful day for it, nice dry roads, AR1s, and 195 naturally aspirated French horsepowers coming from that cammed 2 litre up front. Now before anyone says anything, yes, this is a track car and it should be being used on track, blah blah blah, I get that. But today, being a day, just like I say, getting back into making some content and stuff, and this is Sean's track car, which he tracks all the time. So if you want to see more stuff of that, there's videos on the channel and I've got loads of stuff of him around the ring, brands, snare, all of that stuff. So it is a track car. So before, as per usual, there's the
track car should be on track.
And this is a track car primarily, but today I'm going to have some fun on the roads. Is that okay? Oh, the hill toe. So responsive back on throttle there. I only just touched that, glanced the throttle there. Straight back on it. So good. Come on in. Pick it up. So responsive, it turns on a needle. A needle and dime. Whoop. Get into here. Oh, you've ruined my run. Like I was sweating here. Woo-hoo-wee. Oh, the doors come open. The throttle is so responsive. That's me just bouncing around. Clear run. Oh, my GoPro's gone. See a little pickup. 3,000 RPM in third gear, flat. 4, 5. That's the sweet spot. When you're up there, that's when it really gets moving. It smells great as well. Oh, sounds so good. I'm gonna have to get some flybys of this thing. Sounds so sweet. So first impressions with the changes that Sean has made, the car feels so confident. Not that it didn't before, but like to the point where this is a smaller car, a smaller platform, so they're lighter, they move around a bit more. This platform, especially as well, the Mark II Clio, is known for being playful, especially considered to the Mark III Clios that I drove, which were much more focused and precise. But this one, yeah, feeling super tight on the AR1s. He's had it all corner weighted and stuff as well, so it feels the real deal. And noticing also the fact with the cams and stuff, like I laid on it there, just back there in third, and the way that it just carries on and carries on and carries on through the revs, I can't wait to really lean on this thing. It's going to be so good. Now, I've always had a soft spot for this platform because I was around it a lot when I was growing up and stuff. I had friends of 172s, 182s, and then I managed to get my own a little bit later on down the line. But I've always had a soft spot for this car, this platform, right? And Sean always puts 100% into his sort of project build simply because of the abuse that it takes when it sees the track. As far as it goes in here, like the seat is fixed, so I do have a cushion as the vertically challenged are required when in this sort of seat, because obviously the seat doesn't move forward the rails, so I can barely touch the pedals. So there'll be no heel toe action today, unfortunately. Come out the seat. Oh, I bet I looked really good then doing that. Oh. The throttle is so responsive, it's sick. The little undulations you can hear is literally to say that new cars aren't fun to drive, because some of them are, and some of them are obviously insanely quick. But how does fast equate to fun? That's the thing I'm trying to figure out. And don't get me wrong, the Meg is fast and fun, but it doesn't have the magic that these older cars have. People will say, oh, it's the manual box and stuff, and potentially it is for you, because there's obviously some sort of engagement with throwing gears and all that stuff makes things a bit more exciting. But I think just the whole formula of cars of old were better than more like modern cars now, where modern cars have so much in them, so much more weight. And people say, you know, the cars carry their weight fairly well now, modern cars, and I absolutely understand that. Like the Meg's over 1300 kg, it feels light as a feather. But you've got to get to a point where you look at these formulas. You know, this car, it was 170 horsepower standard, but just because it was so light and so nimble, it made everything else just so much easier to be fun. Brakes are so good. Oh, it's cycle nonsense. Doing 0.3 on a fold-up bike on a back lane. Back this way. Who is this? What a thing. I just love driving things like this because it really does take you back. Sometimes with nostalgia, it is a thing of, it was good because it was good then. Now, going back to something like this, things just still so sweet. I know Sean's put a load of money into it and a load of time making it feel this good when you drive it, because it takes a hell of a battering on track as opposed to out here on, you know, normal roads like I'm driving it now with the occasional burst. It's just all of these cars. I know this is modified and stuff like that, but my heart lies with all of these fun cars and these sort of things that are becoming more extinct, harder to come by, especially clean, as cars get more and more modern and more withdrawn from, you know, becoming fun and transport. They're becoming just transport now, and I think that's something we have to never take for granted as car enthusiasts or car lovers or whatever you want to call yourself, because, you know, you never know when you're gonna drive one of these sort of things for the last time. It's not about how the car does things sometimes, it's more about how it makes you feel. The second gear. It just brings this like real like aggression out of you when you start driving a car like that. It just makes you want to go faster and faster and faster. It's just so sick. Don't worry, we weren't breaking the speed limit, and that's the joys with NA, is I was flat out there and I still wasn't breaking the speed limit. I love turbo cars as much as the next guy, supercharged cars and all stuff like that, but I don't think there's anything that hits in the core like an NA. Just the way that they do things. Obviously I know they're nowhere near as quick as a turbo car, but there's no substitute to that. So guys, before this video gets too long, massive shout out to Sean once again for providing the channel with something fun to film, and it's really taken it to the next level with his mods. You know, it's really honed in on what he wanted from the car, with the cams, with the shifter, with the AR. Like, I've got it on the AR1s today as well, so I've got proper tyres on there and stuff, and they get heat really easily, which is nice. nice. Massive shout out again to you guys as well for the support, and all the guys that reached out while I was on an unintentional hiatus. But we will hopefully get back with stuff as far as content goes in the near future, because there is no... I don't want to put too much pressure on it, especially going forward. I don't want to put too much pressure on doing videos and doing this amount of videos per month and stuff like that, because it just makes the content less exciting for me and probably you guys as well. And I don't want to get caught up in all the numbers and all that stuff, so I just want to keep doing stuff on cars that I enjoy, on projects that I enjoy, and doing things that I enjoy the most, which is driving. And also all the people that have subscribed in the time away and checked out the content and stuff, massively appreciate you guys too. So I'll catch you in the next one, whenever that is. Peace.